Hello everyone and welcome to Callisto's live YouTube channel. Today we're going to be, as the same as every day, we're going to be looking at GBP, JPY and Euro USD from yesterday, London, pre-London, London, pre-New York and New York session. Yesterday's video you would have seen that I had AUD USD as well. I've decided to cut that pair as I've been slowly refining the pairs that I've been trading. So I had gold, I had GJ, Euro USD, and AUD USD, and I feel like Euro USD has been giving me the amount, like the setups that I need consistently more than AUD USD, as they kind of move a little bit similar. Euro USD, AUD USD, they move kind of similar. So I didn't want two pairs of, almost the same, kind of contradicting each other and, having me to overthink certain situations where I think, oh, well, Euro USD is doing this, but AUD USD is doing this. And I know they move pretty similar. So, why is that doing that? And the other one's doing this at the moment, like they're not following. So that could cause confusion in my trading. And, obviously we don't want none of that. We want clarity. We want to be clear on what we're doing. And we don't want to be looking at too many things where I could be hesitating or, overthinking it too much. So I decided to cut AUD USD for now, and I'm sticking with Euro USD and GJ. So that's two pairs that I'm trading going forward. And most of my trades, the past couple of weeks have been, or the last month or two have just been on GJ really. And then coming into the last couple of weeks, most of them have actually been on Euro USD. Excuse me. So let's just start on GJ right here. So if I just turn on my sessions indicator right here, which just tells you, purple is Asian session, green is London, brown and red is New York, London close. So yesterday, what happened right here? So as you can see, during Asian session right here, here's the previous daily high. We kind of made a support. We went and broke that daily high to continue, this uptrend right here. And then we pulled back, came back down to the support, rejected again, big rejection wicks to the bottom again, tap rejection wicks. And then we made like this resistance, right? I always say with the resistance, I want to see, sorry, I got cat hairs all over me. The cat has just literally been climbing over me. So yeah, I always say with a resistance or a support, I want to see at least three rejections to that level for as a confirmation for me to use it as a support or resistance, right? So here you can see we got one rejection, two rejections, and then we come up and reject it again. So that for me solidified that it wasn't indeed like a resistance that I can use. Whereas if it only had these two and this wasn't there, like this didn't come up and reject, then I wouldn't be using this as a resistance, because for me it didn't get tested enough times and rejected. So you can see that we made a solid support here for the as a base going into pre-London. As you can see, that's what I've marked out there as well. Let me just cut that back a little bit. And we also made a new daily low, which also of course respected the previous daily low, right? So previous daily low is here, and then we made a new daily low, and then we started pushing up. So continuing on that uptrend for the daily. So then pre-London right here, you can expect volume to come in on GBP JPY because it is the British pound and this is the London Open, and you can expect pre-London volume to start coming in here, right? And that's what I anticipate every day when I'm looking at pre-London trades on GBP JPY. And it obviously shows us it's created its support, it's created a base for now price to push up, right? Because it's made a support, it come down to test it again, rejected heavily again, and then started pushing up, broke above a level and closed. Whereas this tried to break below this level, but wasn't able to close below, rejected all the way back up, and then started pushing. So we get a closure above this resistance here with this candle, nice closure above. And there's the wick of that resistance. And then of course we come down here, we create the bottom wick, right? On this big candle going up, we create the bottom wick, and then we start pushing up and breaking the high. And then once that flipped, your entry would be a few pips above. Like I say, I always do 3 pips. As you can see right there, 3 pips would be your entry, and then that would have, you would have put your buy stops right there, and that would have got triggered, and that was a 30 pip trade there on GJ. I actually missed this one. I had it all set up ready to take it, but yesterday, we've recently moved into this house, and yesterday I was, you know, clearing out the garage. We got to that during the move where we was just like, we're over this. You know, we had so much stuff, and we just shoved a load of crap in the garage and just closed the door and was like, yeah, we'll deal with that another time. So yesterday was that time that I decided to deal with it, and so I actually missed this setup. But I had it all, you know, you can see I had it all analyzed and I was ready to take it, but it just flipped that little bit too quick for me. I got back just as it was breaking up, like around about here. Like around about here is when I got back to the charts and just had a quick look, and it was already gone, which is my fault. You know, I should be sitting down at my desk in my office ready for this exact move, which is fine. Yesterday was just one of those days where I was just extremely busy, and those things happen, you know. So that was a beautiful setup. This is a setup I take just all the time on GJ, all the time. This is the perfect setup right here. Like, the setup doesn't get any better than this. And then you can see during late London session, it come down and retested it, and then it created another resistance right here. But then didn't end up breaking above that until 2 a.m. my time, which is 1 a.m. is when I call it quits with trading, right? Most of the time, around about 1:30. So I'd be very hesitant to take a trade during this time. Like, most of the time I wouldn't, especially on GJ, right? On USD pairs, maybe like EUR USD, I'd be more inclined to take a trade during this time because it's still New York session, whereas this is coming to London session close, right? You can see where it goes from brown to like this red or like burgundy color. That's when London session ends, right? So entering a trade just as the London session is about to end on a London based pair, GBP, you know, probably not a good idea. So that was that for GJ. But still, looking forward to today. What do we have now? We've come up and we've broke the previous daily highs just by a few pips, and now we've pulled all the way back and created this daily bottom wick, right? So we are 100% still bullish. I won't be looking at sales anytime soon on GJ. It looks like we're creating a support here now, right? Just exactly what I explained about yesterday. Created a base. You can see, right, that it created a base right here for it to continue moving bullish, right? Because we're bullish overall. Right, created a base and then started pushing up. So this could be happening, same thing right now on GJ, right? And we do have a resistance at that previous daily level, right? So we've got daily high and we've got body closures right here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 rejection wicks. Like I said, what do I look for when I look for a support resistance? 3 or more rejection wicks, and that's what we have here. So we can use this as a resistance tonight at some point, or pre-London. And then I've got this level right here, which I could be looking at if this candle closes bullish and stays above this level in the next 15 minutes right here. So yeah, looking towards, you know, tonight London session, or wherever you are in the world, in the morning or wherever, definitely looking at buys. And what you want to do is wait for price to return to this level, closures above, and then you can look for buys above that. Same thing that happened here, right? We got a resistance, a closure above, and then you wait for the break of that previous 30-minute wick, a few pips above it, and then you can enter your trade. Or what you can wait for is for price to make a resistance somewhere now. If it starts making a resistance up here or whatever, then you can look to take buys above that. But mainly I'd be looking at this previous daily level right here, as this is quite a big pullback. This is a 106 pip pullback, so 106 pip bottom wick we've got for the daily, which is really good. Because once this flips, then you can expect potentially to see 166.894 right at the top of this resistance right here. And like I said, like, you know, if we just look at previous daily candles, you know, look at all these bottom wicks right here. Bottom wick, bottom wick, bottom wick, bottom wick, to continue moving bullish, right? And you can imagine that most of those were were made during Asian session, and then during London, price then pushed up. So that's what this is doing right now. It's creating its bottom wick. We've already got like 100 or so pip bottom wick, which is fine. It can come all the way down here, and as long as it doesn't break this previous daily low, then we are fine to continue moving bullish. So just keep an eye on that. That will be very big today. As you can see, if we just look back, right, Asian session, daily candle open, came all the way down, made its bottom wick, and then continued up. Daily candle open, it actually made a top wick, and then came down, made a bottom wick, and then pushed up for London, and then all the way back, and then ended up closing bullish anyway. But most of the time, you'll see Asian session open, bottom wick created to continue moving bullish, right? And then same thing when it's bearish. You can see overall price is bearish here. Asian session opens, makes its top wick, and then pushes down. So yeah, that's what we're looking for here. Asian session opens, makes a top wick, and then continues down because price is bearish. Top wick, continue bearish, top wick, continue bearish, right? And then now we've got bottom wick, continue bullish, bottom wick, continue bullish, bottom wick, potentially continue bullish. So yeah, that's GJ. Moving on to the Euro USD. This is where I had my 2 winning trades. If we switched to, if I just pull up my Twitter account, can I do that? Can I go here? Yeah, okay. So here's my Twitter account, right? And then here you can see the 2 trades that I had on Euro USD. Made about $300 yesterday, which is really good. And yeah, all my analysis is on there. I posted before right here, looking at Euro USD buys, right here, looking at Euro USD buys, and then there's the, exactly what happened after that. There's the first trade, and there's the aftermath of that. The second one I didn't post because I was actually in bed on my laptop, and it was like late at night, so I was just watching it before I went to sleep. And then yeah, so the first one was here again, pre-London. So this one was like what's that, 4:30, and then Euro USD was 5. So I just missed the GJ one, but then this one set up, and that's why I took this one. But going over it, we can see here, I rarely ever use resistances like this from, a few days ago. I usually just try to stick to current price action, which would also be, if it wasn't this resistance that spanned back till the 30th of September, it would just be this resistance right here. And you can see strong resistance, right? Rejection, got, pretty much rejection again during current day. So it was valid because we had current day rejection of that level. And then we had like a fake out right here, around about 3 o'clock, just before pre-London volume. We had a fake out, but then price failed to continue down and then pushed back above, closed above. And then I entered, obviously, again, 3 pips. If you have a look, I always use 3 pips. Right there is entry above this wick, just so it doesn't come up, make like a top wick, spike me out, and then start pushing bearish again, right? We want to give our best chance of winning that trade. But again, Euro USD is bullish, even though it was consolidating, going sideways here. It was making higher lows on the daily, right? You can see these pink lines with D, that stands for daily. So we're making daily high lows from here to here to here, and we didn't break it, and we started pushing up, and we broke that previous daily high. My only problem was, right, that we wasn't breaking the daily highs, but we was making higher lows. So we made a high right here on the daily, and then we made a lower high, but we were making higher lows, right? So it was in an uptrend, and we did have this move up, right? We broke out of this bearish structure. We started moving bullish. And then, yeah, we just popped above this level again. We closed, with this one, we closed above the level, but then this next 30-minute candle didn't come up and break that previous 30-minute wick. So that's a fake out. So it was like a double fake out, right? So faked out, faked back in, and then faked out, pushed out again. So it was like a fake out, fake in, and then revert, like, you know, all kinds of mess that was going on. But we broke that high, we closed above, and then we started breaking that wick as well once we created a really nice bottom wick. And yeah, that was 20 pips, and that was the trade that you see right here. That was the first one, $218. And that was actually made within the first 45 minutes of me sitting down, analyzing and trading. So the way I like to think of it is, you know, that's $200 an hour. You know, what kind of job pays you $200 an hour? You know, not many jobs, you know, would do that. So, you know, that's when you're looking like that, you really start to see like a different perspective with trading. And usually then I would get off the charts. I would close the charts then until pre-New York session to look for that next setup with that volume coming in. But obviously, because I'm streaming and now I was just, you know, I sit and I just watch charts and stuff. Analyze pairs that people in the chat want me to analyze. Go over a few setups that could happen during London session. But if I hadn't have took a trade during pre-London, then I would be streaming and I'll be looking to take trades. But yeah, the stream for live trading, the link will be down below in the description. And yeah, you should definitely check it out. Lots of really good analysis. I think not yesterday, the day before on stream, I analyzed 3 pairs, 3 winning trades on Euro, USD, AUD, and GJ, 1 each on both of them. And there was 3 winning trades during that day that I analyzed live on stream. And we watched them play out live as well. I didn't take all of them. I only took, I think, Euro USD, of course. But, you know, it's just, you know, for people who are trading, to come along, share their analysis, look at some of my analysis, talk about charts, talk about forex or commodities or crypto or anything you want to talk about. We're just chilling, listening to some music. Maybe we'll play a few games while we're waiting for setups or we're waiting for the New York session or whatever. It's a really nice vibe in the stream. So definitely hit that link and follow the Twitch channel, and you'll be notified when I go live next, which will be tonight. I go live 5 days a week, Monday to Friday for London, New York session. So come by, say hello. You know, if you got any questions about forex or you just want to chill while you trade and you've got other traders who are there chatting, also trading, you know, it's a really nice vibe. So yeah, basically it just closed above resistance during a time of high volume, right, pre-London. And then we started breaking that previous 30-minute wick and we went up for 20 pips. And that was that trade that I showed you on on Twitter. And then going into New York, I had a few people in the Twitch chat talking about right here that they were, you know, should we sell? It's at a resistance, and the resistance is all the way over here from, like, you know, last month, sometime 21st of September. And, you know, I'm just looking at current price action, right? And what is current price action telling me? That price is bullish. And when price is bullish, heavily bullish, like it has been, it's going to break resistances. It doesn't matter how strong they are, how long ago they're from, if they're from last year, last month. Sorry. It's going to break them, right? And you just have to stick to your plan, right? And that's exactly what I did. You know, I said that price is going to continue to move bullish. I was confident with that. And people were saying it's at a resistance here. But it just literally broke and retested this resistance and then continued moving bullish. And then I took, this is where I took that trade right here around about 1 a.m. right? And it was just a continuation. We had a pullback, kind of created support right here. You can see 3 rejection wicks, and then it started pushing up, and then on the break, a few pips above is where I took that trade. And then that's where you will see, which is the $89 and $90 right here. It actually went for 20 pips, which would have been my full take profit, but I think I took it because it was like I was tired, I was almost falling asleep. I took it like around here somewhere, like 10 pips. And it actually went all the way up and hit take profit at 20 pips, which is my fault. But it was like 1 a.m, 1:30 a.m. I was tired. I was ready to just close my eyes and fall asleep at that point. But this is the setup I like to wait for during New York session. It happens all the time. And this is just previous 8-hour high, right? So we had an 8-hour high, new 8-hour candle opened. We pulled back, made a bottom wick, and then continue bullish. This is the perfect setup for that trade, the trend continuation. And yeah, like I said, just stick with current price action and current trend. Don't be looking back to last month's support and resistance levels, daily levels from like months ago. Just stick to current price action. And the more you look back at the charts from, I could look back to last month or 2 months ago or whatever on the daily time frame right now, and I could pick like 50 support and resistance levels that could potentially, where price could reverse from, right? And then, one could be right here, and I'll be like, oh, okay, I'm not going to take this buy because we're at a key resistance. So then I miss out on that buy, and then it comes here, and then I go, oh, we're at a key resistance, and we're turning bearish. Let me just sell here because we're at a key resistance. Oh, that's a losing trade because then price pushes back up. And then I come here and it's like, oh, this is rejecting a resistance from like last month from here, so I'm not going to take a buy here. Boom, miss out on that buy, right? Don't worry about things that like support and resistances from, from too long ago. It can get way too confusing. Your charts will be way too crowded with support and resistance or key levels or whatever you want to call them. Keep it clean. Focus on current price action. What is happening today, right? What is price doing today? Today, price has created a resistance, but it is moving bullish, so we can expect that resistance to be broken and continuation. Exactly what happened, and exactly what happens over and over again, right? Just focus on the current day. Support, break of support, closures below, breaks of previous low wicks, right? Winning trades. Like, it doesn't matter, honestly. Like, just focus on current price action, current day price action, right? That's all you need. And then you just manage your risk as you go. If it ends up being a losing trade, starts pushing down into drawdown, you start managing your risk. You start closing some of your position, right? There's different ways you can deal with your losing trades and winning trades, etc. But yeah, just focus on what is happening today. Okay. And that's about it. I didn't want to, again, this is like a 23-minute video, 25-minute video. I really wanted to keep these short, like 15 minutes, but I just end up rambling on. And you can see here now we've got 1 minute till this 30-minute closure on GJ. So this is creating a support right here, and it's starting to push up. So I can keep an eye on that. Same thing with EUR USD here. It's created its bottom wick now of 17.5 pips, and now it continues to start moving bullish, right? So yeah, that is that for today. That's a recap of what happened yesterday. Again, follow the Twitter. The link will be below. Twitch link will be below. I post my profits. I post my setups that I'm looking at before they happen. You can see here, price hadn't even flipped bullish at this point. Price was bearish and was pushing down, and then fast forward, a few minutes later, and all that was price creating a bottom wick, and then it flipped bullish and pushed up 20 pips, and that's your trade right there on EUR USD. It's very simple. There's the trade. You can even see on the chart right here. Here's where I entered. Here's where I exited the trade, right? And you can see I post my setups all the time, and I post before they happen, as you can see in yesterday's video. Here we go, before it even happened. Here's your entry, stop loss, take profit, and then fast forward a few minutes, there's the trade. Like, it's very simple stuff, very clean, no overthinking, no messy charts with 100 different levels or resistance, support, trend lines, moving averages, divergence, Bollinger Band, none of that stuff. Just clean price action, right? That's it. That's all you need, trust me. All right, so with that being said, I'm going to end it there. About 25-minute video. Sorry, it's, I'm going to work on keeping them short, like 10-15 minutes. I'll start speed running them. But yeah, that's that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.